Bonjour le fond de la course hippique. I am very, very happy to be back at Hulot for the Sunday from ParisLongchamp. And of course, it is the day of the classics, the Poule d'Essai des Poulains and the Poule d'Essai de Pouliche. And then we must be at Leopardstown with Caroline, as she is on Sunday's Derby trial. But on first for Sunday is the Prix Saint-Georges. I will be on Carl Burke's beautiful diamond for this Group 3, and this I will prefer to Francis-Henri Graffard's Rayevka. It is Rayevka that will be the top favourite, non? Because she has been in Group 1 contests so much, including in the Commonwealth Cup at Royal Ascot, and the Champions Sprint there also in October. But I know that Carl Burke has been running his horses now with much success, and Beautiful Diamond can be the one to be on, with Vaclav Luka Jr.'s Jowal also to be on my list after a second in the Prix de l'Abeille, here at the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe meeting. Oui, Beautiful Diamond to get ahead of the big favourite Rayevka. And then, much later on at ParisLongchamp, it is the second of the classics in France. Regarde, this Poule d'Essai de Pouliche is a very, very good race, but I do not believe that Diamond Necklace should be such a very bad price. D'accord, I will be aware that Nerissa was over 2 lengths behind Diamond Necklace in the Prix Marcel Boussac here on the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe meeting, but she did make a move very, very late in that race from the back of the 8 horses at the 300-metre mark, and now she has the benefit of a run in the Prix de la Grotte to make her more sharp, no? Also, Christopher Head's Green Spirit was very close in that Prix de la Grotte, and this makes my 3 to be in with a chance for this Poule d'Essai de Pouliche. But Nerissa I must follow with all my heart. But for my Sunday nap, it must be Francis-Henri Graffard's Gilded Prize that can be winning the Prix Son Allery. When I saw her in the Prix Cléopâtre at Saint-Cloud last month, I was very, very impressed with how much she had improved from her run on the all-weather track at Chantilly in March, and now she must be on my list for the top fillies for 2,000 to 2,400 metres this season. Oui, Gilded Prize will be a very good filly this year, and I cannot see her being beaten for the Son Allary. And now I must give you to Caroline for her Sunday next best.
Merci beaucoup, Marie-Francoise, and I do agree that it is an exciting day of classics in France. My Sunday next best is Pierre Bonnard going to post in the Derby trial at Leopardstown. Well, it's always a question of whether the top 2-year-olds have trained on, and this is very much the case with Pierre Bonnard. He was outstanding in the Criterium de Saint-Cloud back in October last, and maybe just needed the run when 7th of 9 in the Ballysacs here the last day, with Ryan Moore realising this after the 2 furlong pole and just bringing Pierre Bonnard home in his own time. I do think that I can put a line through that. But of course, endorsement second in the Ballysacs will be there to pick up the pieces if Pierre Bonnard doesn't come on for that run. Yes, Pierre Bonnard to resume winning ways and land this Derby trial ahead of stablemate endorsement. Earlier on in the Fillies and Mares Group 3 Amethyst Stakes, well, I'll be telling Yuz that Paddy Toomey's City of Memphis will be winning this if reproducing her win at Gowan Park the last day. This Sioux Nation filly made Joseph O'Brien's Coward of the County look a bit ordinary, which she isn't, and on better ground here at Leopardstown may have more improvement in her yet. But it could be Joseph O'Brien's Princess Child who has the most to offer and does have an advantageous draw in stall 2, though early pace is sure to be a bigger factor here than the draw alone. 5th in the Irish 1,000 guineas last year, City of Memphis has got a strong claim to be winning this Group 3, with Princess Child to chase her home and California Dreamer my each-way gamble at a big price. And now let's get back to Marie-Francoise at ParisLongchamp for the French 2,000 guineas.
Merci beaucoup, Caroline, and oh la la! I was so very, very impressed with Puerto Rico when he won the Prix Jean-Luc Lagardère here last October, so I must think he can win this Poule d'Essai de Poulain. I will be hoping that he has kept all his ability from 2 to 3, and this is very much the race I am looking forward to the most on Sunday. Maybe it will be Christopher Head's Nighttime or André Fabre's Komorebi that will be making Puerto Rico race for this classic prize, and Francis-Henri Graffard's Raif also must be considered, but has not run to the 1,600-meter trip before, so must prove his stamina on this very soft ground. Oh, what a race this is, but I must wish to see Puerto Rico win this, ahead of Raif, possibly. And finally, Caroline, you have one more?
Yes, Marie-Francoise. In the Amethyst Stakes, Alcantor has made the move over from André Fabre in France to Joseph O'Brien, and this looks an easy enough introduction to Irish soil from my viewpoint. For all that, this New Bay colt is used to plenty more cut in the ground, so has to prove he's able to produce his best on this quicker surface. But on ratings, Alcantor is streets ahead of this field, so should prevail. Of course, there are some bigger dates in the diary, namely the Tattersalls Gold Cup and the Queen Anne Stakes at Royal Ascot, so Dylan Brown McMonagle won't be knocking the spots off him if the ground is too quick. Jack Channon's excellent Believe must be on your shortlist, and J Lyon's Mutasarrif is back on his preferred good ground, so these are my three, with Alcantor getting my vote.